is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Oh, look who we have.
It's a beautiful day. Got our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We gonna take it by storm?
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But holy, I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7.5 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. To begin a great relationship, know what you want. Know what the needs of your mind are and what the needs of your body are. And what fits well with you. There are millions of men and women, and some of them will make a good match for you and others won't. The two of you only need to be like a key and a lock, a match that works. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 727, NASDAQ up 265, S&P's up 8.5. Gold, percentage-wise, folks, what you have out here, you have the NASDAQ up 3.4%, Dow Industrials up 3.1, and S&P 500 up 2.7. Gold contract down $23, trading at $16.52 an ounce. We have silver down 10 cents, $16.95 an ounce. Both of those babies pulling back with light volume. They are still building cause for higher price. Oil up 337, trading $34.49. Let's get over that oil market and take a look at oil. Oil has no doubt been taking quite a beating out here. You're going higher at 979,000 contracts. So let me just look at this. I believe, yeah. Okay, so you get a bounce going, but bottom line is that we get a high volume low out there at 27.34 from yesterday. That'll get tested. We'll see if this thing can bounce up into the $41 area. You're at 34. A long way from where we are, but that's where the gap down is. The benchmark on that this oil contract is 34.88. We hit 35.02. Any close below 34.88, is that just saying it's going to come right back down into lower price? Notes and bonds. Yeah, the 10-year note right now down 2 ticks. The 30-year bond off 6 ticks. In both cases, folks, they both had finished ABC structures on the way up. They're backing down. You're backing down with light volume. Real kicker here is going to be how far the back down comes into, and then when the next surge is out there. My take on this is that this is we hit 0.31 on the 10-year. The ABC structure got finished right to the T on the 10-year. On the 30-year, it actually went above the price projection. Now you get the bounce coming in. The real question is going to be, where does the bounce go? Right now, we're running out at a point like 7.5 on the 10-year. This can bounce easily. Let me put this up this way. So let's go see. So what we're going to do is going to take the top to the bottom and just see how this fib number works out. Okay, so a 0.382 is 0.83, 50 is at 1%. More than likely, you're going to go to 1%. That's a nice round number. So you can get a bounce to 1%. We're up today on yield, down on price, on light volume. So that's setting up the next move, basically higher in price, lower in yield. King Dollar's up 1,500 ticks, trading 96,486. Now, if we go over to King Dollar, we take a look at it. King Dollar had broken the 95 mark. That was the first price projection on the way down. Bottom line, we went from 99,910 down to 94,650. King Dollar can run up to about 97,354. 97,354. Now, the differential, I didn't do a fib number on that, but let me just see what that fib number is. The number I had just given you, folks, was the lows of a couple highs up there. So, yeah. And a 50% retracement there is the 97,280. So I expect that's what you're going to more than likely do. We get over and we take a look at the SPY. This is the big number. This is the benchmark that we're talking about here. Bottom line is that the SPY right now is at 284.13, 280, sorry, 0.40 is your benchmark. And what that benchmark specifically is, folks, is that that's the highs of the lows of the last large pullback that we got was December 2018. We've got down to that level. We've rejected that level. And, we'll find out at the end of the month if we're going to have lighter volume. We probably won't. Now, if we don't have lighter volume, this is what's pretty cool here. What it does is this. It would set up a consolidation, and that's where I think we're going into. And the consolidation, this is what's really wild. The consolidation, folks, would be a 20% consolidation because that's how fast we came down. Now, because of the way that we went up, that totally would make sense. And I'll show you something just on these charts for a second so you can see how and what markets love to do. When we go back to 2008, the bottom line, it says, $67 in the SPY, right? Well, your first leg up took you to approximately 120, so you did a 100% move. Then, bottom line is that you went from, May of 2010 going all the way over to October of 2011 before the next leg started. Next leg started, you go from 107 all the way up to 212. You do another 100% move. And then what do? We consolidate from November of 2014 to July of 2016, a year and a half. We make another move. Next move up took us up to, we started out at 181. You get up to 286. Then you consolidated from January of 2018 over to May of 2019. You make the move higher, and then you come back down to where we were in January of 2018. So that could be the consolidation, the larger consolidation that you get a year and a half, 2-year consolidation before you make another move. It'll be a heck of a trader's paradise, I can tell you that, folks, because when you have large consolidations like this, bottom line, you don't have to get the very top, you don't have to get the very bottom, you get the meat inside it. And what does happen with the consolidation, every time that you're hitting highs and hitting lows, the market is giving you more information. So what you'd love to, it's just an easier trade in consolidations, because as you're getting into the highs, if the volume's dying off, guess what, man? That's it. You go back down, you accelerate, most of the time you accelerate down at the beginning fast. It dries up at the end of it, and guess what? Rejects the bottom, then you go topside again. Drives everyone crazy, year and a half. That's what markets are supposed to do. It'd be pretty wild if that's where we're at. Dow right now up 768, Nasdaq's up 275, S&Ps are up 87. Stay right there, folks. We're going to come back with our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, and we're going to be growling a problem. We're going to be riding that wave. Coming right back.
Folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks. Gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The Gold Report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow up 800, NASDAQ up 282, S&P's up 91. Let's go to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, as we do each and every Wednesday at 20 past the hour. And don't forget, folks, Basil does an outstanding show here every trading day, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a great newsletter, The Opening Call. The way you get the opening call, come over to our website at TFNN, go into newsletters. You're going to see the opening call right on the right-hand side, right top corner. Hit view, and then you're going to hit subscribe. You can get the opening call for 1 month for $128. You can get it for 6 months for $595, which is a savings of $173 or 22%. You can get it for a year for $995, which is a savings of over $500,000 or $541, a savings of 35%, and you can ride that wave each and every day. They all come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, folks. Talking about riding that wave, Basil, when I first started just introducing you, the futures were up 89 and we're up 101.
I saw that. So this is really a very interesting 2 days, because you covered a whole bunch of things very accurately in terms of what I'm looking at. So let me go through what I was saying yesterday and what I was saying today on my show, noontime. Eastern time, that's the Tiger Technicians Hour, and of course my daily newsletter is the opening call. So what I had said is, I've been watching all the conditions going into Sunday evening, Monday morning, were what I would look for if there had been a sustained move of many months or weeks, even many weeks, going to a low, because you would have washed out all the shorts. So the speed with which became 20% off the high that was made just for a few weeks ago in the Dow and the S&P and the NASDAQ, IWM, this is unusual to say the least.
Yes.
Because the conditions are really very unusual. So what I had said is, for the subscribers to my opening call, we've been attempting to go long the last 2 days. And we got stopped out with very tight stops in the QQQ, the Index 100 trading vehicle, and in the Dow. But this afternoon, just as I was about to do my show, the Tiger Technicians Hour at noon, I just said, nope, now we're going to go fully long. And we bought the Dow on that little dip afternoon.
Oh, you hit it right. Nice. Yeah.
At about 24,100. And today was a low. We don't know if it's the low, but it's a low of some sort.
Yes.
And what I said to subscribers is, Let me just go through this one at a time. You've touched on it, but I'll do it in my own technical analysis.
Good, yeah.
So what I had said is that if you had been looking, and I showed this chart to subscribers, well, I showed it actually for the last couple of days. I've been showing it on my show. The VIX index went to 62.12. So this is the coronavirus. It isn't just that. I'm calling it that because yesterday we also had the oil smashed to the downside. But this is the CBOE volatility index. It's really a measure of fear. Now, people like to say fear and greed. I always look at it more as fear. The greed, I mean, when you're down in the 11s, you're not really talking about greed. That's more just benign, you're kind of sanguine, things are okay.
It's definitely fear, right.
But it's fear is absolutely, that is an emotional response. And I want to talk about this because it's an emotional response in the volatility index. It went to 62.12. And I said on my show today, I said, if the Dow starts to move higher later in the day, this time is different because if it moves higher and it can get to about 580 plus 580, maybe, 480, 520, and the volatility index goes underneath 50, for me, I'm having signs that says there's a good chance that the volatility index could start to move lower. That's number one. Number two is the TLT, which is bonds. I mean, neither of us have ever seen a screamer like this. Look at that the monthly chart starts off. And what is the month? We're now on the 10th day. This is not 10 trading days. This is just the 10th day of the month. The month starts off in March with a low of 152.36 and goes all the way to 179.70. I mean, that entire move of the month, well, so far it's just about 8 trading days, is more than you could get if you go back a year or so in the whole move up until the end of last month. So what I've said is, if the TLT, which at the time was trading at about I think it was at 160, it was about 168 or 169. I said, if that starts to slide and we can see a decline, oh no, that's right, it was just over 170. I said, if we could see a decline underneath 168, 167, that'll be really good if it's corresponding to the opposite move of the market moving higher. And now we see it's down at 163. So it's down 8 points, minus 4.81%. I mean, that's a big move down, but look at the move it's had on the way up. And it's a peak E. The VIX index was a peak F in the Chapman wave methodology. The other thing I'd say is if gold starts to slide, because that's kind of a confirmation for me that money's coming out of that, I do treat more as a fear gauge, like the volatility index, but it's more an international look at kind of buying gold because other things are looking bad, especially if the financials, which would be in this case the XLF. Look, the XLF is, oops, there it is trying to come off the low. It's really been smashed, going to the 22s after being in the 31s just recently. Actually, it double topped in the 31s as it was trying desperately to hold. So that, I mean, 10 points and that's a 30% decline. So it's trying to rally. So I think that says that gold doesn't have to go away or anything like that, but it's not quite the trade right now. I think there are other reasons why people might want to be looking at gold. So I'm treating that a little bit separately. And one of the key things is my dollar, Basil's dollar. We've been talking about this since April of 2018, where subscribers went long at 90.07. We've held it all this time, taking just a little bit off on the way. It hit 99.9100 par was really the target that I had for a long time. Had a severe correction from 99.91 on the 20th of February. That was peak F in the daily. It was a peak E in the weekly, and it got really smashed me to 94.65. So this move, especially earlier in the day, was only up about 48. Now it's $1.45 up. I think that's important because I treat the dollar kind of as American icon for like Harley Davidson. It's internationally people talk about the dollar, and that's really what I think. And I suspect the dollar is still going to be in play for quite a while, as long as the overall economy comes back quite strong. I think you'll see the dollar rally. But in the meantime, I should have a nice bounce towards the 97, or I'd say maybe 96.80s to 97.30s. If it can go higher than that, that'll be very good. But this is very important for me for the whole panoply of all the different things I'm looking at to see if this could be not just a little modest bounce, but a low that we're making in the general market that has some sustainability, at least for maybe a week or two, even a couple of weeks. I'm not sure, because we're going to have to see how we follow through tomorrow. You can be sure that the administration is going to be doing something to try to boost the market. So I think we've made some kind of a low, and I think that's also very important. We're fortunate in being able to have the clients of the subscribers of my opening call out of all their stocks for quite some time. Now we're getting back in a small way.
And folks, really easy to get Basil's newsletter, the opening call. Come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to newsletters. You're going to see the opening call right there. Get it for a month, 6 months, a year, all with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Basil, you have a great one, safe one, and we look forward to the show tomorrow.
Thank you, Tom. You too.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today. TFNN has developed a daily programming lineup for traders by traders. We start every trading day live at 8:30 a.m. with Tommy O'Brien hosting the morning market kickoff as he starts the day off by breaking down everything you need to know about what's going on for the trading day ahead. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento takes your calls and questions live on the air for the opening bell as he hosts Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom and Tommy O'Brien host the Bull Bear Trading Hour. At 11 a.m., it's Kevin Hinks and Alex Coffey from TD Ameritrade Network with Fast Market. Basil Chapman at noon with the Tiger Technicians Hour. Steve Rhodes hosts the Trader's Edge at 1 p.m. Dave White with the Power Trading Hour at 2 p.m. And Tom O'Brien closes out the day for the final hour of trading live from 3 till 4. Don't miss a second of our daily programming lineup. Tune in to Tiger TV every trading day live at TFNN.com. Educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 800, Nasdaq's up 283, S&Ps are up 91. Let's go take a look at some of the higher volume equities out here. Inside this marketplace, you have Bank of America up $1.51. Occidental is up 173. You have Apple up at $13. We have Microsoft. Where's Microsoft? That's in there somewhere. Let's see. Or maybe it's not. Let's see what MSFT. I think it's up like $7 or something. Yeah, Microsoft's up $7, $179. You get American Airlines up $2. There it is. Microsoft's up 702. Yeah, I knew that was in the high volume lane. Cypress Semiconductor's up $7.20. Now let's get over and look at Microsoft first, because MSFT. We know, folks, okay, that the strongest indice, when we take a look at the NDX 100, the NASDAQ Composite, the S&P 500, as well as the Dow Industrials, is the NDX 100 as well as the NASDAQ Composite. And what you're looking at out here, and you're looking at this in the broad market also, folks, which is very powerful in a candlestick charting arena. And what it is this, is that what you had yesterday, bottom line is that you had an inverted hammer. You know, it didn't hold price, but the bottom line, that is, it looks like it's a very bearish sign. It's a very bullish sign. Now, on top of that, what we have out here today is that you have a hammer. So my take is that this thing is going to, we had a small consolidation. Well, it's a large one, actually. Like Microsoft, the bottom is 150, and the highs are the highs that we got generated last week, which is 175. So you got to start getting used to this type of volatility inside the marketplace. That's a $25 move that I expect we're going to get pretty quickly. If we go take a look at the SPY, you're going to see the SPY is set up the exact same way. I mean, you have two different, basically symbols, candle symbols, that are saying you're going to higher price. Now, the SPY, the top of that consolidation, if that's what we have, which I believe we do, is 313. And what you have inside the SPY is 313 does have volume. So your probability is pretty good that you can get up there. We'll see how we crawl up there. And something to always remember is that when you are going higher, most of the time it's a crawl, not like when you're going low. When you're going lower, folks, the elevator basically has 0 stops. This one here really had 0 stops, but that's just how markets move. There's no two ways about that. And I don't expect that to change, by the way. Inside the Dow Industrials, when we take a look inside the Dow Industrials, strength versus the weakness out here, bottom line is that Boeing is the drag on the Dow. You know, even though we're up 800 points, Boeing minus 21 points. Pushing it higher, Apple. Apple is a positive 88 points. Home Depot is 86. Big Mac is 64. Visa is 59. So you get some decent numbers inside of that indice. We're going to take a look at the SMHs because we know that the SMHs are the fuel inside the NDX 100. And NDX, that performed also. Bottom line is that you hit a low out here yesterday of 120. We hit a low today of 121. You're at 126. Bottom line, you know, this thing looks like it's going to start making a run now to 138.83. If we go take a look at it, we just went through these, but I'm going to look at this Cypress Semiconductor. So this is quite a move, man. This is like up 30% in one day. This doesn't even make any sense. Look at this. What the heck happened here? I don't even get it. This stock really go? This is like a... Let me just see this for a second. This is a takeover. 3 days ago, the stock was at 22. Yesterday, it was at 14. I see what's going on. Okay, so this one here, this has to do with the Infineon Cypress Semiconductor merger. That's what happened here. I remember this now. Okay, so the bottom line is that it came across that Cypress Semiconductor said Monday that the Committee for Foreign Investment in the United States has completed its review of the company's pending deal with Infineon Technologies and found no unresolved national security concerns. What had happened, folks, is that it was rumored out there that the administration would find something, and that's when that stock actually crashed and goes right back topside in spades, by the way. We got to look at the transports. So the transports, folks, have been a mess, and been a mess for a long period of time because, of course, what you have inside of those transports is that you have the airlines as well as the cruise lines. Bottom line, what they did do is that they came all the way back to September of 2014, and you know, I don't expect any miracles out of this whatsoever. If we go, you have American Airlines as one of the highest volumes out here today. But, you know, guess what? I wouldn't be basically putting my foot inside these airlines, nor those cruise lines. This is going to be a much longer road for both of those sectors. Because, so picture, what we have looking at the marketplace, okay, this wasn't, you know, a financial debacle at the beginning, okay? What it is it's a medical debacle on the way down. It will turn into a financial debacle for certain sectors, meaning there's no two ways about it. The airlines, the cruise lines, they're going to need some help, and we'll see what type of help they have, and we'll see what type of give and take there's going to be in the aspect of Congress and what they're going to do. I can guarantee you this: there is going to be a few huge fights out there. There's no two ways about it, because what you're going to be looking at is that, if you're going to remember that when 2008. There was quite a few fights about what sectors should be saved, what sectors shouldn't be saved. That's still new to not only the citizens of the U.S., but to the folks making the laws out here. And we'll see where this thing's going to shake out. Meaning, because the reality is that when you are fighting, well, picture this. So first we got a huge tax cut, but simultaneously, as you get the huge tax cut, the bottom line is that you're cutting amounts of money that are going to cities that are going to poorer people. Okay, so that's a problem. Okay, it's particularly a problem when we start talking about corporate welfare, because that's what this is. When you're bailing out industries, folks, don't get it straight. It's corporate welfare. People go out of their minds when basically some people on the side of giving mothers and families money, other people's aren't. And I've been talking about this for years, because it used to drive me out of my mind that you'd get like a General Electric, even 20 years ago, General Electric getting these grants that were like over the top. Okay, you got to put it in context. Anyway, that fight is coming up again, and that fight's going to be like right now, next 2 or 3 weeks. We'll see where it started. Well, I think it already started, because it came out. Well, it came out yesterday that the Trump administration is going to do something. Then all of a sudden, come out today saying they weren't ready. Bottom line is that Trump just finished talking with the senators, and they have their lunch every Tuesday. The bottom line is that what they're thinking, what he's thinking flat out, is that he wants to cut the payroll tax up until the election. You got to love that, man. That's meaning that it's the perfect bribery deal in order to basically, get things going on his side. But guess what? It is what it is. Now, what that does, just so you understand, the way the payroll deal was, the payroll deal is that what they're really doing, Social Security itself, that's where that goes. So, we'll see where that shakes out. But that's only going to be the beginning of it, because where the battle, I would say, is going to go is that what type of money is going to go to the cruise lines versus the airlines. Now, I can see folks turning around and saying that I don't even go on cruises, but I can see the cruises more than the airlines. Why, folks? So the airlines have been ripping us off forever. So we'll see. All those things will come into it. Dow up 871, NASDAQ up 301, S&P's up 98. We'll come right back.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the tax opportunity zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year, or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year, or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 960. S&Ps are up 107. Nasdaq's up 321. Let's go over and take a look at Asia, folks. What I'm going to show you in Asia, this is really important because I think the market is starting to get a grip on the time of cash flow, bottom line, what we're looking at, meaning how long is this going to go on? And as I said a little bit earlier, this is a medical deal versus a financial deal. So if we go to Shanghai, folks, so we're going to do Shanghai and Shenzhen first, okay? So Shenzhen is like our NASDAQ. And what you're going to see here is that it is quite clear. I mean, the bottom line is that if we go back to the beginning of the year, in January, the index is running $1,825, okay? You crash down to 1552. Now, the lows in China, folks, were February 4th. We're at March 10th right now. So what ends up happening? The bottom line is that you accelerate all the way up to 1945. Right now we're laying at 1887. It was up $44 last night. More importantly, when you look at this, what we've done is this. This is a consolidation that's been going on for quite some time, and it looks to me like this thing actually wants to break topside and get into like 2143. So when you look at that, what you can do is you can actually gauge from the highs to the bottom. So you're actually looking at, January 22nd, February 22nd, March 22nd, it's approximately a 6-week deal from highs to lows back to highs. Now, if that's what it is, so picture it. You go from China, you go to Europe, come to the United States. I think what the market's doing is actually, well, here, let's go to the Hang Seng also, so I can show you. It's the same setup inside the Hang Seng. So we go to the Hang Seng. The Hang Seng was up 1.4% last night. We take a look at the same type of setup that we were in, and what you're going to see inside the Hang Seng is, well, let me put this on a daily. There we go. Okay, so you're going to see inside the daily, we go back to January. Okay, so the Hang Seng, you got hit even further. Oh, this is pretty cool. So, yeah, okay, so Hang Seng, we're at 29,174. Hang Seng. Now, this is the largest stocks. Now, what's cool about this, folks, picture the Hang Seng is like our Dow Industrial. So our Dow Industrials absolutely are the weakest indice. According to 1, 2, 3, 4, NDX 100 the strongest, NASDAQ Composite second, S&P third, Dow Industrials fourth. And you can see it right in the Hang Seng. The Hang Seng are the biggest stocks in the world outside of the Dow Industrials, biggest stocks in China. Watch this. 29,174 the high, goes all the way down to 24,900. Hang Seng, if I get this right, hasn't really come back. 1 second. Yeah, it hasn't. Different ball game. Different ball game altogether, actually. Now, the bottom line is that what you did is that you tested the lows that were established back there in August of 2019, and you're off that low, and I expect that, it's going to start basically peeling its way back. The point is, more than anything, is that the 6-week time span, if that's what it is, guess what? That's going to send us in a very large consolidation, a 20% consolidation, which is pretty cool. If you're an investor out there, it'll drive you crazy. If you're a trader, it's like paradise. Let's go into the oil market. So the oil market's in deep trouble, folks. Has been in deep trouble, is in deep trouble, all of the above. If we take a look at ExxonMobil, you're going to see in 3 months, ExxonMobil went down from $71, hit a low yesterday of $40. You bring this back, it's broken just about every support level that it has. I got to bring this back 30 years to basically check it out and say, okay, we're still trading at 2000 levels. The highs in 2000 were actually higher than this. $47 it was trading in 2000. You're down with volume, broke the whole consolidation. What you have out here, at this level, ExxonMobil is paying an 8% dividend. Now, that's going to change, folks, because let me bring you over to Occidental, because Occidental, bottom line, changed its dividend this morning. Let me see what they did. They're up $1.80 right now. They traded to a low of $12.57. They're at $14.34, and okay, so here it is. Occidental cut its dividend for the first time in 30 years as the oil exploration opts to conserve cash. Smart, okay? The company trimmed its quarterly payout to 11 cents from 79 cents, folks. 79 to 11, okay? You can expect the same thing in Occidental. I mean, in ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil right now, at this particular price point, you're paying 8.4s or 32. You have a stock that's $43, and that's paying out, what did you say, 32. It's paying out $320 to $350 a year. You're not gonna get. They'll change that also. It's way too big. Transocean. We look at Transocean. This, to me, Transocean's going out of business. You're up $1.30 today. No, Transocean, RIG, R-I-G. I know it's got a good pop out here today. Yeah, you're up 30 cents. It's a $1.80 stock. This is all but see you later. The equity went from $163 in 2008. It's broken everything. It's trouble in paradise. What you have out here inside the oil patch is that these prices are going to bang around here for a bit. Stay down there for a bit. Between the Russians and the Saudis, they're going to blow their brains out on a continual basis. It's going to hurt, and already has hurt, the shale producers in a huge way. The problem with the shale producers is that they took on way too much debt for no reason. That absolutely is greed, folks. That's what that comes down to. And listen, we all can understand it. You have something, you're pumping out oil in a quick way. The banks, now the banks, see, they haven't been lending them for like 3 or 4 years. This debt goes back to when oil was banging out at 140, 120. In fact, let's bring it back, and I'll show you how this shook out, because they could get anything and everything they wanted at that particular point. And now what has happened is that the monies are coming due from those commercial loans that were taken out when oil was up at those outrageous prices. And, of course, what ended up happening is that they did put the money into the companies, but guess what? The bottom line is that now you're at $30 oil. 2008, we were at $147 oil, all the way over from 2011 to 2014, you were at $100 oil, 100 to 107. And then, as they say, it's history. Well, those loans that they took out at that particular point, they're all coming due right now. And that's why you're going to see them. It's not that they don't have a decent business. Well, at $30, they don't have a decent business. But the bottom line is that if you're in debt up to your eyeballs, you expanded, hoping that a price would stay one thing. It doesn't stay. Implosion. See, you don't want to be it. Dow Industrials are up 1,000. You get the Nasdaq up 339. S&Ps are up 116. This thing's going to run right up. We're at up limit, folks, at 130 today. That's 5% move. Bottom line, we're going to go right back to that high. Come right back.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found the computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow up 1,045, Nasdaq up 348, S&P's up 118. Now, hey, check this out. If you're following this oil market, this is going to be pretty cool watching how this shakes out. The tanker market, folks, has got smoked for years. That being said, we're going to look at a few of these tanker stocks just quickly. Nordic American, you can do the homework on these tonight, folks, but these are going to end up being buys. Nordic American came off a low of $1.66, gets up to $4.47. Came all the way back down last week to 253. Now you see expansion again. So for small value stocks, I think you get some trading in here. And the reason, folks, okay, goes like this. Okay, let me see what else is in this. Because of the fact that we were just talking about the war between Saudi Arabia and Russia, the oil war. Well, the bottom line, folks, is that Saudi Arabia says they're going to do 25% more oil. Well, they need the tankers to do it, folks, okay? Bottom line, all these tankers have got smoked. These tankers are going to be moving, man. This is a short-term deal, but it's something to look at. Let's see, DHT, yeah, they're all up. They're all up like 10% right now. But they're still at the bottom, DHT. Okay, so watch this. This is wild. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we bring this back. That's up 75 cents or 11%. The first one I brought is actually better. Nordic is actually better. Let me see another one. RV just gives me all of them inside that business. So you get Scorpio. Who's up the most? Well, let's do Scorpio because that's the strongest so far this year. STNG. So that's, look at this, oh my God, this is up 25%, so this is going to be the stock. Look at this too, man. Okay, so one day you're up 25%, you came back. No, you know what's interesting? Even though it's up 25%, bottom line is that the first one that I brought up is the strongest one. So we'll get our heads wrapped around those. Market-wise, bottom line is that you get a market out here. There she is. She's up 128. Give me another 1.5 before we close. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership, and fly with it. There's our 130. Have a great night. Have a safe night. Come visit us tomorrow morning, 8:30. Tommy kicks us off. Great show. Look at him, folks.